And here we are again, back from the Trey's Chow Down Live on Friday, and I have Chef Jay from St. Roccos in the house. Thank you. We're going to get to you in a minute. We're going to go through all these great things that are going on. We've got a lot of new restaurant openings up, of course, in Dallas County. Like I talked to out there, they're opening up a restaurant a day. Unbelievable, isn't it?
It's crazy.
Isn't it crazy?
A lot.
So in Stockyards, we have Provender Hall, which is Marcus Paisley's new restaurant. Opens up in a couple of weeks. That's going to be a fantastic. It's a two-story type restaurant, almost kind of like St. Roccos. Only it's going to have a banner in the bar area where you can look down, which is going to be kind of like a San Francisco type deal or a New Orleans type deal where you look down. It'll be kind of nice. Neat deal. And then something you're familiar with, some dang good Chinese. I saw that name and I thought that's just classic Phil.
That's
I saw that.
It's a catchy name.
Yeah, and that's going to replace Chino Chinatown there, which I really liked. I guess it just had its run, but it was good. I liked it. Yeah. It was really good. And then a Chinese neighbor opened up in Prosper, and that is Chef Bob Tam from San Francisco. They had a James Beard Award-winning restaurant, and he's got some restaurants, one restaurant in Tucson, and they're opening up a few of these. They have plans for 10 of these in Dallas-Fort Worth. Wow. This Chinese neighbor, it's kind of infused. It's really good. That's really good, yeah. And yesterday was National Chili Day, and we had our big segment on Fox 4 for the best chilies in North Texas. If you missed it, just go to treyschowdown.com in the blog section, and you'll see the best chilies in North Texas. It was when we had fun. April 10th on ABC, we have our best brunch coming out for North Texas. We've been eating brunch all year long. And we went to, this year, we also partnered up with Dallas Observer for that morning after brunch.
Oh, yeah.
It was huge. Yeah, it was huge. Crazy. April 24th and 26th, we have the Austin Food and Wine Festival in Austin. If you've never been to that, you ought to go at least one time. Austin's not very far from here, and it's a huge, huge deal. And, of course, if you follow us, you know that James Beard had a realignment with all their new realignment with restaurants in the United States. And we've got... I don't know how many Dallas chefs nominated this year, and Fort Worth, which has never happened before.
Right.
I would never have thought that.
Yeah, that's good.
Which is great. Okay, next month, March 20. No, it's not March 22nd. It is. Hang on a minute here. Let me get this real quick. It is. Yeah, March 19th. March 19th, 2020. We have a Blaze at Whiskey Ranch. It's an Alzheimer's event. It's 2 days. They're going to be cooking a whole hog. Barbecuing out there all day at Whiskey Ranch with a bunch of chefs. It's going to be an awesome deal. You need to get tickets. 2-day event. It's called A Blaze at Alzheimer's. You can find it and get some tickets. It's going to be an awesome deal. We're going to be there 2 days. We're going to be filming for TCN there also as well. All right, Chef Jay, we're down to you.
My turn.
Yeah, your turn. Yeah. There's always so much going on.
Yeah, sure.
We talked about that restaurant a day up in Dallas. That just blows my mind because, like you said, there's something that has to give because there's not enough people to work and there's not enough people to feed.
Yeah,
So
exactly.
yeah.
Exactly. So what happens is they start jacking up prices too. So it's good for the consumer, and it also has its downsides.
Yeah. I guess everybody, and what's funny is that used to restaurants, because my family's in the restaurant business for decades, and used to it was easier to keep. Now a restaurant's got to make some serious changes every 3 to 5 years, or they won't. Yeah. They won't be able to stay in business.
It's always changing. You got to stay on it because there's just so many new popping up.
Yeah.
You got to compete with that all the time. You can't. There's nothing wrong with a good restaurant that makes good, solid, well-seasoned food.
Right.
But so you'll have a good base.
Yeah.
But you got to keep attracting customers because it's so spread out now. So you got to keep them coming in. So that's what absolutely.
And
I stay with it.
I saw a study, and I tell everybody that comes in here. I saw a study like 6 months ago, 8 months ago. They did a study. Harvard or Yale, one of the big universities did, and they found out that for the next 5 years to the next decade, 10 years, that people want food experience and drink experiences. They would rather have food and drink experience. Some of them even own a car. So they're looking for the the next thing in restaurants, the next thing in fresh cocktails. How fresh is the food? What's the chef up to? It's exciting, vibrant atmosphere. And I thought that was pretty neat because that's a far change from what it used to be. People want to own homes and cars, and
absolutely,
it's just it's millennials, but also too it goes beyond that now.
Well, it's the millennial, and they want to be involved. Yeah. So they like that, and you got to capture it.
Yeah.
They are your customer.
And social media. Woo!
Social media.
Which
Which I'm not great at. But
I told you earlier they started putting more pictures of you on, which I like.
Yes.
Because you're the face over there, and I love that about St. Roccos. So where are you from originally?
I am originally from a small town in central Massachusetts. It's a great town.
Wow.
Great people. Yeah, Clinton, Mass.
Wow. So how long? So you grew up there. Did you go to school there, or did you move from there before you went to school there? High school.
I went to high school.
Okay.
And then I did a culinary school there in Worcester.
Oh wow. So you were there pretty much the whole time till you.
Yeah. And I came down to visit a friend of mine who had recently graduated from Harvard, and he was here. I was there. It was like January, and it was
freezing.
No lie. It was 2 weeks of like 14 below, and I said, I'm going to visit Stevie, and I never went back. I've always stayed.
14 below.
It was cold.
I went up to Minneapolis, Minnesota one time for some training classes in December, and it snowed so much they lost the vans. They couldn't find the vans. They had to get things in the parking lot.
Oh my
and
God.
to get people to where they could get the vans out. The snow had drifted up, and it was just. That's the last time I went back to Minneapolis.
If you get that one, forget. We had that one in '78. The blizzard. They still talk about the blizzard. It was like that. You couldn't find your car. Schools were closed for like 2 weeks. That was good. Made a fortune shoveling.
Yeah, I bet you did.
Good.
Yeah, extra money.
That's right.
So you came down. You moved down here.
Yep.
What was your first job when you got down here? Well, hang on. Let me back up. You went to culinary school there.
Yeah.
Did you like culinary school? Did you enjoy it? Yeah.
Loved it. I really enjoyed it. I'm lucky because I do like it. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
I really love it. I love what I do. So.
Did you when you get to culinary school? Did you learn? Was it important to you to learn one thing, or did you just take everything you've learned and applied all of it when you got out?
Everything. I tried to learn everything. I was always told, in culinary, focus on the basics. You get the basics, then everything else grows from there. You know, that even the service ends. You know, we had to do different rotations.
Right.
You got your. We had a couple of restaurants you would do, then you did the institutional type cooking, and it was always something. So you learned a lot. You know, bakery for a certain amount of time, but you'd sell it. So bakery was exciting until you went in and you're making, 300 dozen knot rolls. And it's like, wow, this is, I think I'll be.
Those are good, by the way. Knot rolls are good.
They are.
So you had, was it on premises, the restaurants, or did you go out to restaurants to work?
We would go out.
You go out.
They had one on premise, and they had a couple down the street.
It really helps when you can focus on it in atmosphere, doesn't it?
Yeah.
So what was your favorite thing about culinary school? If you could say, if I asked somebody you what your favorite thing was, what was it?
Maybe it's selfish. My favorite thing was I felt like I belonged.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? I really enjoyed it, and I actually was good at it. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
It came easy to me, so I really enjoyed it.
And some people have to work at it. That's when you know, do you sure you really want to do it? That's awesome.
Exactly.
That's not
if
selfish.
If you don't really want to do it, don't do it. Trust me.
That's not selfish. That's for you, though.
That's what I enjoy.
No one's going to get through this life for you but you. I guarantee you that. No one's going to promote you like you either.
That's right. It's true.
That's why I like seeing you out there walking around talking to people. I know when you're really busy out there, sometimes it's chaotic, but it's nice to see you out there doing that.
Yes.
So you left culinary school, you came down here.
Yeah, came down to visit a friend, and I started working at a little restaurant in Snyder Plaza. This is a true story. I would work lunch at the restaurant in Snyder, and then after that, at like 3:30, 4 o'clock, I'd walk to the other end, and I worked at Peggy Sue's Barbecue.
Oh wow!
And then till like 10 o'clock.
Were you cooking at the barbecue place or? Yeah, that's awesome.
That was the old style pit too. Pitchfork, I loved it.
Oh yeah,
it was fun.
Still good. This funny barbecue guys are really funny. They all have their own methods of what works.
Yeah,
and
it's a religion.
Yeah, it is. It is crazy now.
It is.
It's crazy. So you did that. So you worked those two jobs, and then where'd you go from there?
Then I went to. I got a job, which actually worked out great at the Anatole. I can't remember the name of the restaurant. And then they started going through some changes, and the chef I was working with, they started talking about opening the Crescent Hotel.
Okay.
So I was able to get on at the Crescent.
Right.
And I worked there for you. So once I get in at Rosewood, oh my God! If you want to be in the culinary field, that's where it was. It was great. So I was there we opened it up in 86? That's how old I am. And then after that, I went to stay with Rose, and I worked at the Mansion.
Oh wow!
I did all the private dining.
Were you there when Dean was there?
Yeah.
Okay.
Oh yeah.
That's awesome.
And fast forward. That's where I met Phil.
Oh, is that where you met Phil?
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, I did his wedding.
Just to hear you talk, you worked you worked at those 4 places, but the Rosewood and the Mansion, those were all different kind of culinary cuisine doughs.
Yes.
Both doughs.
Oh yeah.
The other 2 were pretty specific, but the other 2 were last 2 were.
We did a lot of the Southwest cuisine and stuff at the Mansion at that time. Was what we were doing there.
And so you met Phil there.
That's where I met Phil, and then he started. He started on this. It was around the time he started on this concept called Eatsies.
Yeah.
So I'm there, and a few of my friends because it's a block away from the Mansion, 2 blocks.
Right.
Away, start telling me, man, you should check that place out. Nah, Eatsies. I'm at the Mansion.
Yeah,
right?
yeah. Total different ball game.
So they started calling, just check it out, just check it out. So I said, all right, you know what? I had some time when I said, I'm going to check this place out. No, have you ever been to the store on Oak Lawn?
Yeah, is Oak Lawn right? Yes, I have, yeah.
The original. Yeah. That is the original.
Yeah.
I went in, I walked around the chef case. It was so busy, so crazy, I didn't know what to do. And I'm a food guy.
Yeah.
I grabbed a baguette, I bought some cheese, I walked around. I got out the door to the patio, and I called the corporate. I said, sign me up. I want to work. And I was there 17 years working there.
Oh, wow. So that's the first one. That's the one on Oak Lawn. That's the original one. Yeah. That's the first one I saw. After that, y'all developed, and y'all just did all kinds of stuff.
Oh, my God. We were... I'm trying to get it in the right order.
Hang on.
That was the first.
For people who listen that don't know, when we say Phil, we're talking about Phil Romano.
Yes, I'm sorry. Yeah. You're
I
right.
just thought about that.
Yeah.
Okay. So you went to work for Eatsies. Yeah. And you were there 17 years. That's a long time. Yeah. So what were some of the favorite things? What were some of your most memorable moments of Eatsies?
Well, I was the corporate chef. So the first, and remember, I came from, one of the craziest thing was I came from the Mansion. So I had to do a cooking test. I did the cooking test, and good. And then they started letting me get involved in some of the menu development, recipe development. Right. So of course, I'll never forget it. I did a dish, right?
Right.
You present it.
Yeah. You're all happy about it.
Oh yeah, they love it. This is great. And I remember one of the guys looked at me and said, "Can you do that for 2,000 people now?" No, forget it. Back to the drawing board. It was just such a different. It was a culture
different mentality. Yeah. Because you had to be able to do it and do it, but it had to be creative and taste good and fresh.
Exactly.
But it had to be for large number of people.
Yeah.
So how did you, in your skill set, how did you change your mind? For you, how did you change your mind to where you had to remember that when you were creating dishes? What was your process?
It's because you had to think about, okay, I'm going to make whatever. Say you're just making a pasta salad, right? Simple pasta salad. And one of the big things always at the man was, everybody's knife cuts. It was so competitive. You'd find stuff on your board if it was wrong. People would pull it out on you. Yeah. So you get there and it's like, okay, so I can make this great pasta salad, but I got to make 300 pounds of it every day.
Right.
So the difference there was a lot of machine cut. We did everything by hand,
Right.
And now you're doing it on a machine. So it's like, okay, how's it going to hold? And it was just the biggest culture thing for me there was not anymore, I learned my lesson. I always had the theory of, if I'm making a dish,
right?
Say it's just a chicken salad. I always use that one. And I'm making chicken salad. I should be able to get a little better at it
each time. Yeah.
Right. But at Eatsies, I learned, no, you got to get it done.
Right, the first time.
That's the recipe.
For it.
Because, now you have multiples.
Yeah.
You want it to be the same everywhere. You know, so I had to get rid of that. No, but I can make it a little bit better. I want to try. No.
Then
you're not ready to present it. You know what I mean?
Yeah. So you had to tell yourself back a little bit and say, okay, just accept the fact that that's the dish and that's it.
That's it.
You can't tweak it.
Exactly. But you learn to make sure it's the way you want it before you present. You know what I mean? Because it's really, once it's approved,
that's it.
And it took me a while, but I understood it. I get it.
So when you did that, and you presented a dish and they accepted the dish, and you sent it to various Eatsies, how many people when that dish got to Eatsies, a location, that they try to want to change something, or even though they weren't supposed to?
A lot.
Oh yeah.
Oh yeah. And that was my job. I would go to all the Eatsies, we'd roll out the food, and and it was always, well, this recipe doesn't work. Okay, let me make it with you. You didn't do that step. try that stuff. Oh, it worked, right? So there's a lot of that. But, and then you had, we had chefs, real quality chef at every Eatsy's, because, it was a big production.
Yeah.
So everybody has opinion. What we ended up getting really good at was we had a great collaboration. All the chefs would get together.
I was just fixing to ask you how you did it.
Hey.
How did you in your mindset after you did that dish and you were showed the dish and they trained that dish, and so many chefs are so firm in their beliefs about what they believe, as far as ingredients and taste and flavor profiles and stuff.
Yep.
How did you manage to work? How did you learn to work all that together where everybody stayed happy? All the chefs stayed happy.
What you do is you always try to find something positive with what they bring.
That's what I do every day. That's what I do every day.
Because they do, and they put the effort into it. So you got to give them. They deserve credit. You don't want to just because it doesn't fit my flavor profile. We had 10,000 people walking through Eatsy's every day.
Right.
They're gonna like it. So you want to please everybody, not just me. That's what I had to get to the point. Well, wait a minute. Is this for me? No, it's for everybody. So you listen to other people's opinion. And Philip, again, even as the owner, he was also
heavily involved.
Customer.
Yeah.
He was a typical customer. He knew what he wanted. He knew how he wanted it to. You know what I mean? And he would say, "It's good, but what about this? Do people really want that?" You know what I mean? So.
What's funny? You said that because a lot of restaurants, a lot of chefs fail with their restaurants because they want to put out what they want, and not what the consumer wants. Exactly. And I hate to call them a consumer, but that's what they are. That's what the people want, and you have to be able to tailor yourself. You have to be able to accept criticism, and realize that that's what makes it. That's what's going to make it work. If not, your restaurant's not going to work. Because everybody's not going to like what you like of being a chef. If a chef drinks a lot, if he smokes a lot, it changes flavor profile.
Everything.
So
stay home and cook for yourself. That's what you want to do. You want to be in business.
That's right.
That's what we're doing.
Yeah, it's funny, and you see that sometimes in these shows when people get, when some of these. I watch all these cooking and kitchen shows. Yeah. I don't watch them, but I listen to them. Because when I work, because I like I'm always looking for the next thing or just enhancements or whatever. And you hear these guys being stubborn. I'm like, brother, that's you got to back up, man.
Oh yeah, we'll have that with especially when the younger guys would come into Eatsy's. We always because we would do we had they would come in and cook
like
a tasting.
Right.
We give them you got to make 4 items, 2 apps, an entree, whatever. And you sit down, you be tasting them. And my biggest thing was, and I would tell all the chefs, if you're doing them in your store, be honest.
Yeah.
Don't tear the guy, but just be honest. And I found that when you're really honest, and it's not just your opinion, it's just, hey, this is, 9 times out of 10, they get it. Yeah, you know what? I forgot to do that part. You know what? I forgot to add the lemon. I forgot to add, and they get it. And that way, everybody gets better. Listen, I'm not.
Yeah.
I'm good, but no. Yeah. I'm saying I'm not perfect.
It's amazing.
I'm always learning.
It's amazing how much one ingredient can change a whole dish. It is phenomenal. Yeah. It is unbelievable.
Oh yeah, a little bit of acid and it opens it up and you're like, oh wow, why didn't I think of that? So.
What was your favorite dish that you created for you? What was your favorite dish that you're the most proud of at Eatsy's?
Oh my God, there were so many of them. I don't know. I don't even know if I can answer that. We had over 5,000 ingredients in that place.
Oh my gosh.
Man, my favorite dish. Oh my
It'd be hard.
I don't know. I can't even think.
So many. 17 years. That's a long time.
That was 8 years ago too, so I don't remember. We had some good ones.
So I guess you and Phil formed quite a bit of bond there, a big bond at Eatsy's.
He's always been very good to me. He's a good man.
And how many Eatsy's were opened up during that time when you were there? Do you remember?
Oh boy, I was there for so long. I was there with the original. I guess we call the original 6. We had Dallas, Houston, Atlanta. So it was, and then they went through some changes, and we did a second one in Atlanta and Dunwoody. We tried the 2 in New York. Don't go to New York.
Don't go to New York. Well, there's too many mom and pop delis and stuff up there.
Rockville, Maryland. That did pretty good. I worked there for a while at the Rockville, Maryland store. And it was the craziest thing to see. When we first, the original on Oak Lawn, it was so small.
Right.
Phil just had this
idea.
Always,
yeah.
he never knew what it was going to do. We had to get two produce delivered every day.
Really?
There's no place to put it.
Yeah,
There's no place. And people would come in and they would say, oh, I want that chicken salad. And you start, how much? No, I want the
whole thing.
Plate. Everything. It was the craziest thing.
That's crazy.
It was so busy. But that was a great experience.
It's a great. It's still going strong though.
Yeah, it's a great concept. Yeah. Great concept.
I think they're still opening them up though. They're still opening those ETs up.
Sure.
I think. Yeah.
Yeah, they opened up the one.
I think they opened up one in Fort Worth.
They got Fort Worth.
Yeah.
I was there. We did the Grapevine and Plano, and then Fort Worth, and they have the one on Preston Royal. I think that's it. Lovers in the Lovers Lane store. I remember doing that one.
Yeah. So when you left Eatsy's, is that when Trinity Groves concept was coming into play?
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
So tell me how Trinity Groves, because St. Roccos at Trinity Groves, and I love Trinity Groves. To me, it's a destination because you can eat, you can go to youth, and you can go have cake, or you can go have drinks or whatever. How did that whole concept come about for Phil? How did that take shape?
Well, Phil wanted to just get some activity down there for it, and he came up with the incubator concept where he would help put people in business, right? And grow and see if it would stick, if it had legs, and he would, roll them out, get somebody new in there. So I came from Eatsy's to help because there was so many different concepts going on. So I would try to help, on the kitchen side of them. And then my thing was then I get to have the one on the end.
The one on the end. Which you can see, by the way. If no one's ever been there before, if no one's ever been there before, if they come across that bridge of turn, it looks like that whole building in St. Roccos, just at a quick glance.
It should be.
Yeah, it should be. Yeah, but at a quick glance, it looks like that. But
you can see that sign from the moon.
Oh yeah, that was an expensive sign, I'm sure.
Yes, it is.
So when he developed the incubator concept, where did that come from? Because I'd never heard of that before. When I first read that, I never heard of that. It was
I don't know where he's always working. He's always, and I think I started, when he started talking to me about it, when I started researching it, they had started similar stuff like that up in New York or whatever, but he just took it and grabbed like he does with everything.
He just took and ran with it.
Yeah.
Like most entrepreneurs do.
Yeah. Exactly.
You got to just go, otherwise you're never going to you're never going to accomplish it.
Yeah.
What was there before? Was there buildings he knocked down? Because I don't remember looking at it before.
It's been through a lot of changes. I remember when I first went down there was a little office across the street from the terminal where we are. It used to be an old terminal building.
Oh, okay.
And that blew my mind because we had the original office. Then he started, and I got to see him from the beginning. We started with the Babs, which was across the street. That was a total different building over there. We did the Hoffman Hots, which was great, but that was on the other side where all the apartments are now. So as we're going, he starts putting these other different concepts, and it's cool. It's just such a great camaraderie. The people, everybody, all the different chefs work, and we had some fun. And he took me to the spot on the end. And I was, Phil. And he's like, yeah, and I'm talking, it was just brick, dirt, dust, like a broken down staircase. You couldn't even walk on the second floor. And I was just like, Phil, what? Yeah, we'd probably put the kitchen along here, and of course I'm like, yeah, I get it. I don't get it. Like, man.
That's not your deal.
And then when it's done, I couldn't believe the vision he has for that. It just blows my mind. So I have pictures. I got a picture book of everything from before.
Oh, you do?
It would blow your mind.
I need to see that. That'd be awesome.
Next time you're in.
Do you know that's why the flipping house market does so well? Because most people in America, they want to buy a finished product. They don't want to go look at a house and think, what's it like if I move the walls, or if I put a new roof on, or if I add a driveway. They don't want to do any of that.
Yeah,
they want to turn a key and start living. Move in and start living. And restaurant is the same way for for anybody, especially a chef that has to create a menu and worry about kitchen staff and stuff in front of the house, back of the house. So I can understand where that came from. That's neat. So
it's just different.
He told you the whole vision, and you were to stand there.
And I'm like,
okay,
yeah, it sounds great. I'm like, what is this thing going to be? He has a vision. And then I remember then talking to him after, because it's just beautiful down there. I was sitting with them on the patio. Phil, when you thought about this, did you think it would be like this?
He probably said, yeah, didn't he?
He's like, yeah, this is kind of what I had in mind. I'm like, man.
Yeah. So you said it's an old terminal building. Now that I think about the building, you said I started thinking about how long the building is, and the breezeway going through there, and how thick the concrete is. Like trucks used to back up. You say terminal.
Yeah.
That's now I get it.
I think it was an old bus terminal too, or that might have been across the street.
I got it now. Now it registers me because it's a really cool building.
Yeah.
I mean, he did a good job with it.
Yeah. Just the vision.
How long did it take to transpire? Once he showed you that, how long did it take Santa Roccos to come to life? How long of the process was it?
I want to say probably once, because we were working on the other ones, and we talked probably about a year.
Yeah, took a while, huh?
A year. It's just but it's just.
Once they get through that first phase, they want to start taking shape. Then you kind of get excited.
And you get excited. And you see it, and it's like,
yeah. And I love all the red. So where'd the color scheme come? Because the red is kind of an Italian scheme. Because red's really big over in Italy. So is that kind of where the scheme came from?
Yeah, and it's also the New York look.
I got you.
Now Phil, I always tell everybody if I'm with Phil that I designed it. That's all Phil.
It's all Phil.
He did that. Trust me, he's good. Yeah, he's got the vision.
I mean, it's just when you walk in, it just pops. I mean, it just. People are visual. Yeah. They eat with their eyes. So you come in, your atmosphere is just vibrant. It just pops. It's just a neat deal.
Atmosphere is a big deal.
And you can smell it before you walk in.
That's right.
That's what's good.
That's the beauty of garlic. Right?
That's right. That's right. So how did you? So when you signed St. Rocco, how long did it take you to create the menu? Did you create the menu yourself, or did you get people together, or what did you do about the menu?
I started on the menu a little bit. It's what I always wanted to do. Even when I was thinking, man, if I do, I'm going to do this. And that's where, and it's stuff what I grew up on. And Phil grew up the same way. In our friend, you know what I mean? I grew up in valley, but I grew up in an Italian family.
Okay, I was just saying.
We really had
was it a little Italian neighborhood, or was it Italian family and a little Italian neighborhood? Okay.
Yeah, my mom had a big family. There were like 14 or 15 kids in her family. And so I'll tell you a funny story too about that. But I had just the way my mom, and it worked out that, Philip was the same way.
Yeah.
So we took a lot of the stuff that we grew up on. That's why we call it New York Italian. It's a lot of stuff that the immigrants, that, they couldn't get the actual San Marzano.
So they had to adapt.
They adapted. Pancetta, well, now you can get pancetta. But they couldn't get it. So
back then you couldn't,
So it came a lot off of that and how,
When someone says Italian food's Americanized, I say no, it's not Americanized. It's what they had to. It's what they could get to make it taste like they wanted to taste at that particular time, and just kind of stuck.
Yeah.
So that's neat. So tell me the story you're going to tell me.
Okay. My mother's sauce, I swear, is the best sauce. We used to. The cool thing was growing up when you got your license.
Yeah.
I had 2 older sisters and a younger brother.
Yeah.
You get to deliver the sauce. She used to make sauce every week. And
your mom made sauce at home?
She would make the sauce, and we'd have to deliver it to her friends or my dad's friends.
Oh, would you put them in jars?
Yeah. And that was our thing. Once a week you'd get to, I get to drive around.
That's neat, though.
But the sauce was good. Everybody loved her sauce. Actually, it was my grandmother, and then...
Yeah.
And I always had a hard, man, I just can't get it right. I'd call my sister, you got that recipe? There's never a recipe. So I finally got it, and I love my sauce. So then I'm with Phil, and he's Italian, I'm Italian. I got the sauce recipe, because we're both the same. So now, Phil, I have a sauce recipe. So I was like, oh boy.
Here we go.
I got his recipe and my mom's recipe. I mean, they were 99% the same. It was the most amazing. So I was like, oh man, I can win this.
Oh, that's amazing.
Yeah, so it was pretty much the same sauce.
Is that the sauce you have over there at the restaurant?
Yeah, that's the one we do there.
Is that the one that you get with? Would you can dip with the?
Yeah, we dip the bread.
Yeah, that's good, very good, very good. So how long did it take you to get the sauce recipe? How long did it take you to get it right?
Oh my God, I still mess with it, but it took probably the first 17 years at EC we were working on it, and then probably another couple more months when we got.
But it's the thing you're probably never satisfied because you always want to be.
I tried making this. It's a good sauce, but
But you know what? But you know what, Jay? There'd be something about your mom making that and just opening up that and smelling it and just. It's
and the ingredients were different.
It would still be better if she did it to you. I'm sure it would beat anybody. It's the point that she did it. And
there was one time I made that sauce. I was working at the mansion. We were doing a dinner, and we needed marinara. So I make the sauce. And I'm making the sauce. I'm trying to make it just like my mom. I got it. And Julia Childs comes in the kitchen.
Oh.
So she tries the sauce. And she looks, she says, did you make this sauce? I'm like, yeah, that's my mother's recipe. She's like, man, that's the best marinara. But that's the only time I ever made it right. Like, man, it's so hard. You try to get it, because you got to really cook it and get get the sweetness going.
Well, that made you feel good, though, didn't it?
Oh yeah, that's why I tell the story.
I tell everybody, and this is why I started this is why I started this show, because food tastes better with a story. And there was no show on podcast or TV or anywhere where a chef could sit down and talk about his life, his career, what made him feel good. They're always about little 5-10 minute food segments, and so I wanted people to be able to talk and really learn and
a great setup.
And learn about chefs and what makes them tick and what makes their passion. And obviously that sauce is your passion, which is neat.
Yeah,
I didn't know, but I know now.
I tried.
I'll go in next time and jump up and say, "Is your mom here?"
But it's like, you put the effort in. I gotta make. And she would just, and then she always be in the other room. It was, cold. She started on Monday. We'd eat every Wednesday spaghetti.
Yeah.
And you could get a little bit of sauce on a piece of bread. So, and then she'd hear you in the kitchen, and she'd always. I never understood. She'd always yell, "Don't stir that sauce." Which is weird, because we're always stirring the sauce together.
Right. She said, "Don't
so I try that." Yeah, because I guess that helps with the sweet. I don't know, breaking down the acidity.
You can't brew sauce, but I mean, I guess the more you took both, it's kind of funny.
Yeah.
So, what's your favorite dish at St. Roccos? I know what mine is.
Man, I know what yours is. I know what yours
I think everybody in North Texas knows what mine is.
My favorite dish. I like the sausage cavatappi. We make our own sausage. I just love. I love pasta. Give me a bowl of pasta.
So you make your own sausage. Okay, so let's talk about that. So all your ingredients there. You make your own pastas. You make your own pastas.
Make some of them. I don't make all of them.
You make the ravioli pasta.
Yeah. We make all that. That's all made.
That's why I remember that. Yeah. So I guess the ones that you need to make to make the flavor profile right, and the other ones you get. Yeah,
absolutely.
Obviously, you probably couldn't make them all because you're the volume you are.
Yeah, you can't. You just gotta keep up. And and if you can make it, it doesn't hold as well. So sometimes it's better to use some dried pasta.
Yeah. So what is you make your sausage? How long does it take you to make sausage?
Well, you want to let it sit. So it probably take you about 45 minutes to make the sausage, but from start to finish, because you want to let it sit for 24 hours, so it just kind of macerates, and then before you put it in the casing.
I see a lot of I'm a big opponent of open. I like open restaurants. You can see everything. I like open kitchens. I like open restaurants. I don't like everything being hidden and you're in a little room. I don't like that. Yeah. So, but I always see a lot of guys walking around the back here. How many guys do you have back there on a normal Friday or Saturday night?
There'll be 6. 3 on the hot side and 3 on the cold side. 1 in pantry doing desserts. 1 in the dessert area. 2 doing pantry because we do the pieces out of the pantry also. Then we have a saute grill, and on the weekends we put 1 in the middle. Yeah, because they can't.
Yeah,
they never see me back there yelling.
Yeah. They never seem to stop though.
They don't.
That's for sure.
They don't. I got some good people.
So what's the number one? What's the number one selling dish at St. Roccos?
The number one selling dish is the lasagna.
Lasagna.
Yeah,
it is good.
Number 2 is a lobster ravioli.
Is it really?
Yeah. We do a lot of lobster ravioli, and the poor girl that makes those every day.
Okay, I was going to get into that because that's my favorite dish, lobster ravioli. You know how much I love that dish. How is that dish prepared? Let's say start to finish. So she makes the pasta.
We make the pasta fresh there,
right?
And then we bring in Maine lobster,
right?
I'm from Massachusetts. Right. Bring in the Maine lobster. We cook down the lobster, and we use all the tail and the claw meat for that. The ricotta, basil, a little bit of mozzarella in there, some Parmesan in the cheese mix,
right?
And so we use that for our filling. Fill the raviolis, probably 15 dozen a day.
Yeah.
That poor girl.
Is that what she doesn't by hand? She got to do it by hand, right?
Oh yeah.
Good God.
She uses. It's a funny thing because I laugh at it. Don't lose it. I have the ravioli cutter.
Oh yeah.
That my mom used.
She still uses that?
Yeah. I have her using it now.
Oh my gosh.
We just joke about that.
But see, that's a good story. That's even going to taste better to me once I didn't think it could taste better.
Tell her, don't mess it up. It's the right one is the brass and everything. And then we take all the lobster bodies, And then we cook all that down with our shallot, our garlic, and we cook that down. We make our sauce for the ravioli.
So how many people, but obviously me, but how many people make it a point to tell you how good it is?
Oh my God, that's our number one talked about.
Is it?
Yeah, everybody loves that. And we started offering it as an appetizer now too. So
you
get
do?
the entree portion or an appetizer portion.
Oh, so it's like half or something?
Yeah.
I would want that.
Yeah.
I want two of the. I want two of the dinner portions.
We get that too.
Marcus Paisley. Have you ever met Marcus Paisley? Chef Marcus Paisley. Anyway, he's a good. He's got opened up his third restaurant now. That Provinda Hall. That's his third restaurant. But I remember I did a show with him in his restaurant, a food show in his restaurant. I interviewed him. And I said, "What's your number one thing you try to do?" And he said, I always want people to leave a little bit hungry, wanting more. So,
that don't happen.
No, opposite. But I think about the dish. I could always eat more, but I always think about
that.
On
but
that
the other
dish.
one, one of my biggest costs is the to-go containers.
Oh, is it?
We have big portions. We want to be comfortable.
Yeah.
Everything comfortable. Don't leave hungry. Just
Well, Italian food's different.
Yeah,
Italian, you want them to be. It's a. No matter how fancy it is, it's comfort food.
Yeah, exactly. You can't get too fancy. Keep it simple, good.
Yeah, when you try to get fancy, it doesn't really translate very well, does it?
Exactly. It clouds it.
It.
You muddy the water a little bit. You get too much going on.
Yeah.
It's hard to.
What is your favorite? What's your best-selling appetizer there?
Hands down the calamari. I mean, oh my God, we go to a lot of calamari. And the meatball, the Melita meatball.
Oh yeah, which we're going to show that here in a minute. Yeah. The calamari. The funniest thing is it's people are very strong in their beliefs what they like and what they don't like, and they don't like to try. A lot of people, a major portion of people nowadays don't like to try new foods. The old people don't. They don't. Yeah. So you have to kind of trick them. And every time I let somebody try, I don't eat seafood. But if I let somebody try calamari, I've never had it. No, they're always like, oh, wow, I like that. It's really good. Yeah. But they would never have tried it if I wouldn't have asked them or forced them to eat it.
Yeah. I have a friend that comes in. He's like the head of security at Trinity Groves. And he'll come in on Friday with his wife, and he'll get the sausage cavatappi. He'll get the bolognese. Try the fish. Nah, I don't eat fish. Just try it. I don't eat fish. Try it. Please, just try it. I don't eat fish. Now, every other week he gets the fish. I'm like, see, what do you mean?
Yeah. Isn't that funny?
It is. It's amazing to me.
People, in all the studies they've done, and we at our restaurants, we had all these studies we did. And I was always amazed at studies. I tell people this all the time. People are very territorial. They will only go like 4 or 5 square miles out of their house. If they got a family, they'll only go a certain square mile to the store, to a restaurant, and they might go out of there to a special occasion like Valentine's Day or Christmas or something like that. Yeah. But for the most part, they want to be in their little, where they feel comfortable. Oh, and you can't ask somebody what the best thing they ever ate if they're territorial because they haven't been out to. No, but it's funny to me how we are as Americans. I'll drive 3 hours to eat a dish. But I'm very unusual. But I just love food and love the camaraderie and the chefs. Yeah. But that's what happens. So
that's the same. What's the stat they always most accidents happen within a mile of home? Well,
that's right.
Of course, you're always there.
That's right. Yeah, that's right. So you have a lot. I guess you have a lot of regulars at St. Roccos.
Yeah, we do. We do good with that.
That's awesome.
Yeah, like I said, our number one word is try to be comfortable. And then with Melita, my mom there, she keeps people coming back. She's a hoot, so she has fun with them.
I had people see stuff off my social media. I'll go there, and invariably, about 1 in 5 will send you a message or comment. Maybe 1 in 8. I've never narrowed it down yet, and they'll tell me about their experiences. And this guy, he went over and had the lobster. He said, "Man, I like the lobster a little bit. I like the bread, and I liked what are the things you get at the very front? The
zucchini chips.
Zucchini.
Yeah.
He said, "Oh my God, those zucchini chips were just delicious." He said, "I got two bowls or what?" That was really funny. So it's funny what people think or see. Yeah. So in your restroom at St. Roccos in the men's restaurant, you have the 2 hands on the wall like this. Yeah. I love that.
Do you?
Do people talk about that at all? I think that's really neat.
Yeah, we get some of that. That's
what's it say?
That's Phil.
What's it say if you have one hand?
What is it? Right hand.
Yeah, you're okay. The left hand.
Right hand. Okay. Then left hand. Okay. And then in the stall, it's. Yeah. If you need both hands, we'll call you a cow.
Yeah, that's right. Yeah, it's so awesome. That's just fantastic. Yeah. So, okay, we got a bunch of dishes here. This is, let's talk about this. Ron, can we see this right here, buddy? There we go. Look at that dish.
Yeah, that's our antipasto platter. Oh, that in the way?
Yeah, no, I'm going to put this back here. He's gonna bring it in. This is the antipasto platter.
Yeah.
This is all
salami, hot copa, burrata. They're all this one.
Yeah, you can set it right there.
There we go. Put it down here.
There we go. Thank you, sir. I don't care what to say about you. We enjoy you. Thank you. We got one. Oh yeah, we got to have that one.
Got to have that
Put
one.
That one right by
Put that
Chef
on
Joe.
his side. No.
Yeah. Thank you, Chris. Appreciate it. So the antipasto, what's all on here?
Okay, so we got our calabrese salami, hot copa, olives, burrata cheese, a little bit of fontina cheese, sopressat salami, prosciutto, and roast peppers.
Some of this great bread.
That's our bread, yeah.
Now, where's your prosciutto? Where do you get that from?
We used Parmesan prosciutto. What is it?
It looks really good.
Why can't I remember the name of it?
No, it looks really good. The color's perfect.
You got to get it from the North
Thank you.
Italy. We got the right
Perfect.
temperature.
Yeah, that's right.
Yeah.
The
Parma.
That looks really good too. I love that color. It's bright red.
Yeah, that's got some heat to it.
Does
we use
it?
that for like our pepperoni pizza. We'll call it Roccos
Oh, yeah.
because it's got that heat to it.
You've got great pizza over there.
Thank you.
This is your meatball.
That's Melita's. Yeah, that's our meatball.
This thing is
Got
awesome.
A chunk of mozzarella in there. That weighs probably 14 ounces. It's a good share plate.
Share says who?
Exactly.
The hell you say? I'm eating myself. I'm not sharing anything.
To.
That's pretty keto right there.
Yeah, oh, yeah.
So if somebody wants keto, they can
There
come
you
get
go.
the
That'll
meatball
get
at St.
you through.
Roccos. So
That's
you've got a
right.
keto menu over there.
Yeah, we please everybody.
I tell everybody, just don't smell the bread. If you get a whiff of that bread, you're going to eat 5 loaves or whatever.
That's my issue.
See, I just heard somebody say from the studio that Italians have the best balls.
Oh my God, yeah, Melita.
Yeah, oh, that's funny. Okay, so y'all make. Oh, I can see everything else there. Okay, y'all make your flatbread there.
Yes.
Everything is
Make
made
the dough every day.
in house. I smell the pizzas every time I walk in there. Or it's not really. What do you call them pizzas there?
Yeah.
You call okay.
Flatbread pizza. We try to keep them the same, tradition
Yeah.
of the Italian.
It's really good. Which one is that? Is that pepperoni?
That's the.
That's this one?
No, that's the margarita.
Margarita. What's all in a margarita?
San Marzano, baby San Marzano, tomatoes, basil, fresh mozzarella.
Oh, but that's
all you
simple
need.
and good.
Simple, good. Yeah.
Good.
And a lot of basil.
You know, there's a lot of pizza places, like if you go to New York or Chicago or something, or even Italy, where they just do the sauce and then just little blobs of cheese.
Yeah.
That tastes really good too.
Yeah. It's all about the sauce.
Yeah,
Sauce is your vehicle. That's your
sauce.
wallet.
Ask your mom.
That's right.
Is your mom still alive?
No.
Oh, okay.
No.
Yeah, my dad just passed last month, and it's a changer.
Sorry about that.
Yeah, it happens.
It does change.
So this is what I love so much over there.
That's your lobster
That's
ravioli.
my lobster ravioli.
Yeah. Yeah, that's a good seller for us. That's a good dish.
I can't believe that you still use your mom's.
Yeah, I know. I had the pasta crank machine, and then after the first 3 years of Roccos, somebody broke it.
Did they?
You made with 15 dozen. She never made 15 dozen ravioli.
Oh no, she never did.
So now we got the machine one.
What's the proper term for the cutter? Is it just is there a term for
No,
it?
it's the ravioli. Ravioli cutter, pasta cutter, we call it. Yeah.
Wow.
Yeah.
I want to see that next time I'm
You used
there.
to walk. You had a room at the house, and you would walk in. No lie. We grew up in it was her little office and sewing, like her laundry room.
Right.
And you'd walk in there on like a Tuesday,
Right.
and there was just pasta everywhere. Like, Ma, what are you doing? It was everywhere.
Do you have any pictures of that?
I
Well,
might
back then,
somewhere. I'll
pictures-
have to look.
That's a neat. I told you, Food Tastes Bear story. Those are memories that you could never forget.
Exactly.
You could never forget that, but that's helped make what you are today.
Yeah. Like those pictures of the restaurant.
Yeah.
There's a couple that aren't, but
Yeah.
95% of them are either my family, my friends, Philip's family, his friends on those walls. So, every time you go in there, it's kind of like, family.
Yeah.
You're surrounded by people you know.
Yeah.
So it's a comfortable place. I like it.
Well, obviously, you found something you like because you're passionate about St. Roccos, and I mean, you're there, and I watch you, and you're, a lot of chefs you can tell when they get tired of a concept, or they not, they're just there for a paycheck, not really a passion, and it's always different for you. It's a neat deal.
Yeah.
It makes you feel better.
Thank you for noticing. Really,
Yeah.
Because it is. It's a lot of time and love goes into it. So.
Do a lot of those guys have been in your kitchen? They've been there with you for a while.
Oh yeah, I have a really good. It took a while to get there.
Yeah.
But I have a really good team. I think the man on that line. 3 years was the shortest.
Wow, that's good.
I have one guy. He started day one in the dish room, and he's my best pantry guy, pizza guy. They've been there.
I love
good people.
You said dish room. I love to tell everybody this story. I bet people are tired of hearing this story on my podcast, but I love it because Keith Hicks, he's been on my show twice now, Chef Hicks, and he told me everybody that starts at his restaurant, he says, "Come over here, I want to show you a station," and he makes them, wash dishes. He wants to find out what kind of person they are. Yeah.
And Phil, one of the things Phil taught me early on was, you want to see what runs a restaurant?
Yeah.
8 o'clock on a Saturday night, send your dish crew on a break. See if that restaurant comes to a halt. Because they will. Everybody, you got to respect those people. I mean,
everybody.
It's a lot of work. It's a team thing. Everybody's got to do their deal.
Everybody has to do it, especially something. And you don't think about it until it doesn't happen.
That's right.
And when it stops or gets clogged up, you're in trouble.
That's worse than when you open up and your breakfast cook calls out. Oh, man, I got to do breakfast today. So true.
Oh, well, you don't serve breakfast there.
No.
You're talking about before.
Eats these days. Yeah. You did breakfast.
Don't you hate? So you said 3 years. In today's time, that's a century or
oh yeah.
Because people are lucky to keep people 6 months now. It's insane.
Tough. It is tough. There's just so many opening up. And you get that. It's tough if you're a busy restaurant.
Yeah.
Because, no lie, I've had people in the dish room tell me, well, I can go work down the street and do nothing.
Yeah.
And get paid the same.
Yeah.
So I got to pay a little bit more because it gets crazy.
No, it does get
Saturday
crazy.
night they get
busy. But you know what? By the same token, if somebody likes working the atmosphere, the same person would not be happy working at a restaurant than do any business because you just sit there twiddling your thumbs. It's not. I always liked when I was in restaurants. I always liked the vibrance and the action and the
Yes, exactly.
And you can't pay bills sitting around.
No. Exactly.
Those wheels
when it's slow like that, you're not going to be there too long, trust me.
No, you're not. No, you're not. So you've also got the bar upstairs, which I love.
Yeah, the rooftop.
Yeah, the rooftop. Yeah, you call it a rooftop. I'm sorry. Yeah. It's a rooftop. It's got a great view. Beautiful. That's open on special occasions, correct now?
Yeah, we do a lot of events up there, and we try, if I don't have an event, we'll open it on Fridays and Saturday nights.
Okay, so it's on Friday and Saturday nights. Okay, and then events, but to rent out, if somebody's looking for an event space, that's a great.
That's the spot.
It's a spot.
Oh yeah.
You raise those things. The first time when you first did that, what was that? 2 years ago? A year? When was it? 2 years ago. Time flies by now. Yeah. When you opened it up, was it 2 years ago?
Yeah, about 2 years ago.
About 2 years ago, yeah. I had to make you think on that one.
Yeah, I'm trying to, was it 3 or 2?
Because it just depends. But I thought what a great idea. And then when I went up there, I just loved the view.
It's a just great view.
Awesome, especially at night.
Yeah, when the lights come on, beautiful.
Makes the drinks taste better.
That's right. Best view in Dallas. Yeah, it's atmosphere. That's right.
So you serve a lot of craft cocktails up there too?
Yeah, we do some up there. We got our the Rocco Mule. We do a lot of old fashions now.
Do you?
With the bullet.
You know what? Because social media, everything turning social media is old fashioned.
Yeah, I thought it was gonna be might be the frozen blini.
Yeah. No.
Yeah, they do okay, but not up there. I guess it's because it's open. It's maybe cold this time of year, but on the first floor we sell a lot of those things.
I bet you do.
It's good.
So you sell old fashioned. What's in the mule?
Yeah, a little bit.
Remember?
I don't remember. I think they do with the gin and the what's it called? Ginger beer.
Yeah. Oh yeah.
Alita knows. She drinks them every night. She has like 3 or 4 of them.
That's fine. I'm sure she'll tell us about it too.
Yeah.
As soon as we go outside, we'll hear about it.
Will.
If somebody goes to St. Rocco's, they're going to meet her.
You better believe it.
Yeah, they're going to meet her.
Yeah. Good or bad.
Good or bad. That was my first experience. That's you know what? To me, you can have all the Italian restaurants you want in the world, but when you walk in, you're greeted like that, and the person talks to you like that, you feel at home right away. And to me, the atmosphere, what she brings to the restaurant, as far as everything else that you have, just makes it a really. I feel like I'm in New York or Chicago or even Italy. Just not.
She's funny. She's I mess around with her and I'll joke around. Like I always try. Hey, my mom. Hey, you meet my mom, and she's trying to get it out first. To say, hey, this is my dad. So it's kind of. But she's a good person. Yeah. She really is. She cares about every customer.
She works that room.
She'll get on me.
Yeah.
Hey, I want you to remember Tim. Yeah. She'll bring me, So she keeps me on my toes.
But she works that room like she's at a ball at the White House, just walking around, smooth glass.
Yeah. She gives away a lot of.
That's all right. Keeps them coming back.
No, that's right. No, you got it. Comfortable.
So y'all have anything special going on the next 2 or 3 months at St. Roccos?
We're starting brunch on Sunday.
That's right. That's the first time you ever done brunch.
We're going to do a brunch buffet. And the kicker, 5-cent mimosas.
5-cent mimosas. Everybody hear that? Ron, you better stay away.
Yeah.
5-cent mimosas. That's crazy.
Yeah.
What do you? Well, first of all, somebody can't drink 50 mimosas anyway because there's too much, and there's no way.
Yeah. Exactly. 5-cent mimosas, $50 screwdriver.
Yeah. So what else? So what's all going to be on the brunch menu?
Well, we got we do a frittata. We're going to do some. I'm starting out with what is it? Orange mascarpone French toast. So we'll do some breakfast items. We'll do a couple pastas. We'll do like the Sunday meats.
Right.
Like a bolognese
neat.
type pasta, some salmon, and then we'll have a big antipasto table. And then another separate table for desserts. See how it goes. We're starting it out, see what happens.
Years ago, you go to restaurants, you said salmon. Years ago, you used to go to restaurants and salmon would be kind of fishy, and now everybody's got it where it's not fishy anymore. So it's a pleasure to eat. But used to, I just couldn't stomach the...
It was too strong.
I don't know if it was a holdover time or shipping time or whatever it was, but it just way different now.
Well, just some people, because it's got a lot of oil to it, a lot of fat to it. Like I was working with a chef and hated salmon. I said, let me make this. I don't like salmon. This was at Eatsy's. We're doing one of the dishes.
Eatsy's again.
And I did like a salmon egg salad. To this day, this was what, 18 years ago?
Yeah.
20 years ago? That's the only salmon I've ever liked. Like, wow.
That makes you feel good, though.
Well, you put enough other stuff, you don't taste it.
How about a little your salmon and mom's sauce?
Yeah, right? Exactly.
So you got brunch. Is that going to be Saturday and Sunday or just Sunday or just Saturday?
Just Sunday for now.
Just Sunday for now.
Started to see, the customers are going to tell us what they want.
Yeah.
That's what I'm big on that. Listen to our customers, they're going to tell us.
Have you been telling customers that come in about the brunch?
Yeah.
Have you seen excitement?
Yeah, we're already getting some reservations for it, so we'll see how it goes. Hopefully.
Awesome. And then, are you closed? Are you closed on Mondays? No, you're not. No, you're closed 7 days. You're open 7 days a week.
7 days a week.
Okay. So you got the brunch, and then what else? You have anything else going on?
We do once a month. We do I don't know when the next one's coming up. I got to check the calendar. We do a Nona night, which is fun. You should come to.
Oh yeah, what is that?
I'm gonna let you know when it is. We do like a big family style dinner.
Oh wow.
Right in the dining room, and I'll come up with a special menu, and we start putting food out there. Malita runs it out, and she does it.
That'll be awesome.
It's a lot of fun. We got a
How often you do that?
To that? I try to do it once a month. January was a little tough, but we'll start them up again in March. Get going again this month coming up.
That'll be
it's a lot of fun.
I want to come to that. That'd be fun.
Okay, I'll have it.
I'm gonna harass Arana and Alita Morgan. I'm gonna get to that.
Perfect.
So if someone St. Roccos website is stroccos.com.
Yes.
StRoccos.com. It's got all your information on there. Yes. And of course you're on social media because I tag y'all all the time and stuff. Are y'all on Twitter too or just Facebook? I think you're on Twitter.
Just Facebook.
No?
Instagram.
Yeah. The gram.
Yeah. I'm not great at that stuff, as you can tell.
I'll tell you who's good at Instagram. Beto and Son. They're good at Instagram. Ooh, let me tell you. They're very good.
They are. Julian's teaching me.
Yeah.
Come on, Julian, spend an hour.
They were on my show a couple weeks ago. I love those guys. They're fantastic.
Good people.
Oh, he was with Phil too.
Yeah. He did. What was it?
Yeah.
Cozumel,
yeah. Two different restaurant guys in the same Trinity Groves. How the hell did that come out?
I know. Years apart, too.
Yeah, years apart.
I didn't know Beto when I was with them.
But you know what? Y'all both have great personalities, but two totally different kinds of culinary backgrounds in cooking, which is neat. Two different, it's fantastic.
Yeah, it's just all
y'all ought to collaborate and do some kind of dinner together, so that would be a neat
That would be fun.
Yeah.
I'd like to start doing some of that on the second floor.
Yeah, that'd be neat. Those collaboration dinners are good.
They're fun.
So StRoccos.com, and you can get all the stuff, and the website is nice. Got all the stuff on their menu. They're going to start brunch this week.
Yep.
This week. And then, of course, you're trying to get a hold of us. Like I always tell you, TreyChapman.com. We have all of our articles on there. We have the best chili article from National Chili from this week. We got that. We got a best brunch article coming out next month on ABC for Daybreak. Going to have a 2-hour party on Vickery Plaza. I love doing those for those people.
Are fun.
I love them. Yeah. It's just vibrant and fun. And
yeah.
Although I like being in I do food. And to me, if I'm promoting your food or I'm promoting your restaurant because it's good, I like the lighting. So I like it when we're inside the studio, if the weather's bad or something, because of the lighting and the sound, and you get to hear the dishes and you get to see the food and everything just better. Although I love doing the show, I love it outside too, but it's just for me promoting the food. I like the lights of the studio inside. So we're going to be here next week, and then next month we're going to have a special. We're going to have 2 chefs come in on a Thursday for that Ablaze event over at Whiskey Ranch. Look that up. Go to Whiskey Ranch. It's going to be fun. All those chefs. They're going to be cooking all night one night, rotating that pig and all that stuff. It's going to be a neat deal. See y'all again next week. Same time, same bat channel. Thanks for watching, Chef Jay. Thank you.
Thank you.
Thank you for having me.
I'm Trey Chapman, publisher of Trey'sChowdown.com. I'm passionate about finding the best food, drinks, and chefs and sharing it all with you. I should know I have over 5 decades of food experience. Find me on any podcast platform, Facebook Live, or just Google me. Now you can watch and listen to all my great finds every week on my live TV and radio podcast at Trey's Chowdown Live.